Hey everyone, and welcome back to episode 8 of The Daily Dollar. Another day, another dollar.
You got it. You got the tagline. There you go.
I'm your host, Kate McCready, and I'm here with
Art Morrison III, guys.
And today we are talking about inspections.
Was I supposed to fill in like
No,
inspection?
I wanted
Were we
to.
supposed to say it at the same try it again? Say it at the same time.
Today we are talking about inspections. I wanted to do like a cliffhanger. Inspections are kind of like not really cute and fun and exciting or funny.
I'm not gonna lie, when I seen it in your notes, I was like, it's a boring topic. But it is a super necessary topic for all the reasons we're about to talk about on this channel. Do you want to kick it off on why inspections are important? Inspections are important because...
Stop it.
Okay.
Inspections.
It protects you from all types of losses that may come from... Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go.
Inspections basically tell you if you have a dead property or not. And if it's going to be
what
a good
is an
investment
inspection?
or not. Oh, an inspection is a
like,
licensed...
can I go in? Okay.
No.
Yeah,
a licensed professional comes into the property before you actually purchase it. Probably somewhere between attorney
there's an
review.
inspection time
And
in the contract that the attorneys make sure that you abide by.
It's called an inspection contingency, and
Period.
you have a specific allotted amount of time to get an inspection.
Okay, cool.
After attorney review is over.
So my cousin can't do the inspection. He
No,
has to be certified.
it has to be a certified licensed inspector who is like literally trained to look at your house and tell you what's wrong with it.
And it only costs like $100.
No, that thing costs, well, it depends on the property, but like your average, I don't know, 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom house, it'll be around like $500-$600.
Anywhere between $500 and $700. It depends on what you get. You can order a tank sweep for an extra $125 to $250. You can order radon. They actually leave a little can that detects radon. Radon is gas that naturally comes from the earth. Some houses are designed in a place where there's more radon and then there's no ventilation. And if the house can accumulate radon, it can cause cancer and all types of stuff like that.
So beware.
What else? Termites, asbestos. They just know what to look for.
Foundational issues.
Lead-based paint.
Yeah.
All these different type of things that like you'll learn once you're in real estate, because every attorney and every transaction, they make sure that these things aren't there because they're potentially hazardous to the human body, right? Real estate is, I always call it, and I could be wrong, but I think it's the oldest industry on the planet.
I think I've been saying that too.
Yeah. Definitely the oldest industry on the planet, because what was the first thing that we began to trade?
The planet.
Oh, right. It is the planet, first of all. But like the first thing we begin to trade is, that's a good one. Yeah, it's the oldest on the planet because it is the planet.
Yeah.
Real estate is the planet.
I mean, that was my theory.
I was thinking like, okay, people came to the planet. What was the first thing they began to barter and trade in the form of business, right? It was land. Like this is
land, animals,
this
food.
is my land. This is your land. Yeah, and all of that like comes from real estate. But anyway.
Anyways, so question.
Hold on, wasn't done.
Oh, I'm sorry.
My point of saying that real estate's the oldest industry in the world is because there's a lot of things that we did as humans when creating real estate and fixtures and buildings that later were found were not safe. Right, so you like in the 1700s, they had way different protocol than now because we didn't realize that, hey, we put lead in paint, so it sticks better. But if a kid eats the lead-based paint, right, he could like have cancer and die, right, or get very sick.
Oh my God.
Well, whatever, you get what I'm saying. But no, if it's not cancerous and terminally, like it's still bad. Whatever. Asbestos is a prime example, and all the different stuff that we mentioned, but. Inspection is the opportunity for you as an investor to protect your asset because the inspection contingency in contracts allows them to do what?
Back out.
Back the hell out. So if I sign an agreement with Kate, she's a seller, I'm a buyer, I sign an agreement, I have to buy that property because I signed. There's only a couple ways out of the property. And some of them could be you can obtain a mortgage. That's called a mortgage contingency. Inspection contingency means obviously something came up in the inspection that was no good. And then there's a couple other ways, but the inspection is very important because on the opposite end, it protects the seller from people just backing out just because and wasting time, right? Yeah. So the inspection is very important there. And then what was the other thing that...
you can knock down the price with the inspection.
Oh, that was the other thing. You can use it as leverage, for sure. So it doesn't always mean there's lead-based paint, I'm backing out or something like that. But you can say, hey, listen, this inspection came back with all of these different items. Let's knock the price down or fix the items. But my favorite thing to do is knock the price down.
Yeah.
Any other positives, from inspection? You were saying something.
No,
I cut you off, but that's only because you cut me off.
I haven't.
No, but you cut me off.
I knew he was going to do that. So back to me and my question.
Go ahead.
My podcast.
Oh, now it's your podcast? Let's go. Ask the question.
All right. Should you always get an inspection? And when would you not get an inspection?
Great question. I always get an inspection, even though we buy houses cash as is, meaning like we're not going to ask for a change, we're not going to ask for a deduction. I still get an inspection because I like to know what I'm getting into, even if I know I'm going to buy it. It's like, okay, I know I'm going to the party. It's my best friend's birthday party. I'm not going to skip the party. But bro, who's at the party? Like, tell me who's all over there.
What mentality do I have to be
when we get there? Who's all over there? Let me know, and then I'll pull up. Do I need to pull up a little late? Like, what am I wearing? Tell me who's there,
all right.
But no, you're always trying to play me, son. But what I'm saying is, with the inspection, it's the same thing with the property. It's like, okay, as I'm buying it as is, there's termites. Cool, like, it's light. I'm buying it as is, there's termites, there's radon, there's like structural issues, sorry. There's structural issues with the property, there's asbestos, there's roaches, there's a rat infestation. That's a whole different property, and those honestly are all like what we would call terminal, which I still maybe would ask for credit for some of those. But inspection doesn't just show the worst of the worst, it also shows simple things like there's a leak under the sink. Simple things like the furnace has a malfunction.
Your water's not running properly.
Or efficiently, right? The electric panel needs work or is a danger of a fire, right? Like, these are all small things that the inspection might show that, hey, maybe I don't back out of the deal or ask for money off, but what I will do is make sure that I include it in my construction cost. Right? So an inspection might say, for example, floor structure may be compromised. Hire or contract someone to take a look. And me doing this for years can go put my foot on the floor and say, okay, this ain't bad. We just got to replace that one plank. Fine, right? But if it says something like electrical panel is at risk of fire any day now, I know, okay, let me get my scope of work and include $10,000, right, to fix that electric panel, because I can't flip this house or keep this house and rent it out or do anything with this house with any type of risk or hazard. And that inspection is the only thing that would have let me know that there's a risk or hazard there. Am I on point?
Yeah, you're very on point.
All right, well, dang.
Very thorough with the inspection talk.
Well, it's a boring episode, so I'm trying to, like...
It's very objective. So to make it a little less boring, how many times have you and I used an inspection to get out of a property?
I've actually only done it once, and I made a huge mistake. Wait, did we use it?
No, we did it more than once.
Well, let me tell you a story of one time that I did it.
Okay.
And it sucked. I did it. I got out of the property. Yay. I was about to spend $200,000 on a 4-property package deal. But they have this thing called due diligence where once you get out of attorney review, they allow you to inspect the property, get your appraisal, do all these different things. My stupid behind paid for a commercial appraisal, which cost $3,000-$4,000 before I did the inspection.
So first things first, always get the inspection.
Get the inspection first before you spend any other money, because then I used the inspection to get out of it. So I saved hundreds of thousands for sure, but then I just wasted $3,000-$4,000 because I had a 6-unit apartment building appraised, and it cost a lot of money for that appraisal. So you definitely want to mitigate your cost and use the inspection. Like, get the inspection done as quick as possible, so you can hit the drawing board and say, okay, what do we need? I procrastinated because it was an as-is property, and I didn't really care what came up in inspection. And
I knew this was gonna come up.
Yeah.
This is a big one for our...
Why'd you bring that up? I'm traumatized.
So the other one that we used, okay, so I have a good inspection story. So the first, well, not the first property that we flipped, but the first one we did like all on our own, like by ourselves.
I forgot about that one.
We used that inspection. The property we were getting it at 170 grand.
Oh, the inspection made us rich. We are rich today because of this moment. I forgot about this.
So we were getting the property at 170 grand.
Yep.
We got the inspection. It was a steal
at 170.
We got the inspection back. So we go to the people, we say, we're backing out of the deal, right? What did they say?
Let me talk to my clients. I'll call you right back. They called back.
No, they said, give me a number. Oh. They said, give me a number, what you want, what you would make sense for you to buy this property.
They put the ball on our court.
So we
were actually the second buyer to back out of this property, and I'm assuming that they backed out for the same reason, because they were very, for lack of a better term, desperate, right, to sell the house to us. So we had it under contract at 170.
We said we'll take it at 100.
And we said we'll take it at 100 grand. So we saved $70,000.
She said, let me call my client.
She called back in like 45 seconds.
And she said, you got it.
You got it. At $100,000. That was our first big flip. And that took the profits literally from 75 grand to 150 grand.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Major.
Wow, that's a good inspection story. What's the other one that we used to actually back out?
Literally right next door to that property. Yeah. We were about to get the next door property.
Yep.
And we didn't like what was on the inspection report. And honestly, it wasn't so much what was on the inspection report. And this is another reason why inspections are very important.
Right.
It wasn't what was on the inspection report. It was that we didn't get it at the price that we wanted to. And we kept running numbers, and it started to not make sense.
Yeah.
So we have a good inspector that is very thorough and puts everything we need in there as ammo.
Yep.
And we said, hey, listen, we're backing out because of this.
I mean, a lot of times it's not stuff that's in the inspection.
Yeah.
It's something else. So this one was in a flood zone.
Well, the flood termites, insurance. I think that it ended up getting
termites too, but you can easily mitigate, remediate termites. That was light. The termites were in there. That's what we used to get out. But the big thing was that it was flood insurance. We got the flood insurance quote, and it was crazy.
Yeah.
And it was like, yo, this changes everything. Or the mortgage would be way too high. We're not going to be able to sell it for high enough because people are going to be afraid of this mortgage.
Right.
So let's use the termites and the inspection to back out. And that's exactly what we did. So we use the inspection a lot, actually.
Yeah, our inspector, we use the same inspector every single time. We always say you should have more people on board. So absolutely have more people on board, but our inspector, he's good to us. They cut us a lot of breaks. They do all of our deals. And
we have a good relationship with them. Yeah, we do a lot of properties with them. They make a lot of money off us for sure.
Yeah, so we get a nice little price cut.
Yeah, but we know that he's gonna do what's in our best interest.
Absolutely.
Without being dicey.
Yeah, he knows the drill.
Yeah,
that's the power of building your circle.
And that's just one small part of
the entire
transaction, right? Literally a 13-minute episode about freaking inspection. But what I will say is, being an inspector is another route in the real estate game that you can make money, right? By being an inspector. I know a lot of people who are contractors who are also inspectors or like appraisals, so that they can make money in transactions in different ways or multiple ways. And really, honestly, you meet a lot of people. Our inspector asks us every time because he wants to get into investing.
Yeah.
So he gets
his hands on brought us properties before.
Yeah, I mean, he gets his hands on a lot of inventory because he's the inspector. He's the go-to. Right.
So you can really be a double agent as an inspector.
Yeah, for sure. You definitely can infiltrate a lot of transactions by being an inspector. So I just wanted to throw that in there. But I mean, we're coming up on time. That's inspections, guys. That's what did I say at the same time?
Inspection.
No. All right, everyone. That's inspection. That's so awkward and corny. We look terrible. But anyway, no, seriously, that's inspections. I'm Art Morrison III here.
Kate McCready here.
And you're watching and listening to another episode of The Daily Dollar. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to
like, share, subscribe.
Where?
Spotify, Apple Music, UnitedHomeRelief.com.
It's not Apple Music. It's Apple Podcasts.
Oh, crap.
Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, YouTube.
I'm getting it together.
And where can they see all of our episodes, right?
On YouTube.
UnitedHomeRelief.com is where you can see and listen to all. We're working on it, guys. We're working on it. UnitedHomeRelief.com.
We just revamped our website to be so cool.
All of our podcast episodes. And also, what's on that website?
The Real Estate Roadmap.
The Real Estate Roadmap is a course where we actually teach. Hard teaching. Not like, this is like we're just sitting in front of an iPhone with the selfie camera on. This is very loose and light. But we teach the nitty-gritty, the details of every single piece of the transaction from contract to close on a flip chart, as well as we provide contracts, actual real inspection reports, so you can see inspection reports all that kind of stuff for a really cheap price. We actually even have videos of us at inspection inside the course. So it's really cool stuff. Check it out. It's super cheap. UnitedHomeRelief.com. Real Estate Roadmap is the name of the course. Daily Dollar is the name of the podcast. We'll catch you guys on the next episode. This was episode 7, Inspections.
8.
Episode 8, Inspections. Thanks, Kate. And we'll catch you guys in the next episode. Peace.
See ya.
Now, I got to say peace, and then you got to say see ya. Or are you saying see ya and I say peace?
I'm saying see ya.
You can't say it at the same time.
You say peace.
I know I'm saying.
Okay,
I know what we're
it.
saying, but
go.
when.
Ready, go.
I'm Art Morrison III.
I'm Kate McCready.
And we'll catch you in the next episode. Peace.
See ya.